that feeling when you wake up in the middle of the night and everything just feels off? For me, that feeling started about 2 weeks ago. It was always the same time, exactly 3:17 a.m. I'd be sound asleep, and then a faint glow from my nightstand would pull me back from whatever dream I was in. It was my phone. The screen would be on, bright in the darkness of my bedroom. At first, I didn't think much of it. I figured it was just a glitch, maybe a late-night software update or a delayed notification. I'd groggily reach over, hit the power button, and roll back over, annoyed, but not really concerned. But it kept happening. Every single night, 3:17 a.m., the screen would just light up. No new messages, no missed calls, no alerts from any of my apps. Just the home screen staring back at me. I tried everything. I checked my notification settings, turned off background app refreshes, even did a full factory reset. Nothing worked. The 3:17 wake-up call was relentless. It started to get under my skin. It wasn't just a technical issue anymore. It felt personal, like a deliberate, tiny invasion of my peace. My sleep was wrecked. I'd find myself lying awake, staring at the ceiling, waiting for 3:16 to tick over to 3:17, my heart pounding in my chest. Then, about a week ago, it changed. It wasn't just the home screen anymore. At 3:17 a.m., the phone wouldn't lock itself, and the camera app would open. Always the front-facing camera. My own tired, freaked-out face would stare back at me from the screen. The first time it happened, I just about jumped out of my skin. It was so specific, so unsettling. Why the camera? And why the one pointed at me? I started getting paranoid. Was someone hacking my phone? Watching me? I ran every security scan imaginable, changed all my passwords, put a piece of tape over the camera during the day. But the nightly ritual continued. 3:17 a.m. The screen would light up, the camera app would open, and I'd see my own reflection, lit by the phone's glow. The little piece of tape was useless. It wasn't recording, just opening, just looking. I tried to reason with myself. Maybe it was a bug in the camera software, some weird interaction with the phone's internal clock. I even took it to a repair shop. The technician looked at me like I was crazy. He ran diagnostics, found nothing wrong, and handed it back, suggesting I might just be dreaming it. But I wasn't. The exhaustion, the dark circles under my eyes, were very real. My friends thought I was losing it. Just turn it off at night, they'd say. And I tried. I really did. But the one night I powered it down completely, I woke up to find it back on, sitting on the nightstand, camera app open, waiting for me. It was 3:18 a.m. It had taken it a minute to boot up. The feeling of dread that washed over me in that moment is something I can't even describe. It wasn't just a glitch. Something wanted my phone on at that specific time. So, I decided I had to face it. I couldn't run from it. I had to know what was going on. Last night, I set myself up. I propped a couple of pillows against the headboard and sat up in bed, my phone on the nightstand right in my line of sight. I drank half a pot of coffee at midnight, determined to stay awake and watch, really watch, what happened. The hours crawled by. The silence of the house was deafening. Every creak of the floorboards, every distant siren, made my heart leap. I watched the clock on my cable box. 3:15, 3:16. My breath caught in my throat. I stared at the dark screen of my phone, not blinking. And then it happened. 3:17. The screen flickered to life. just like clockwork. The lock screen appeared, and then, without me touching it, it swiped open. The grid of apps came into view, and the camera icon pulsed once, then opened. The front-facing camera activated, and my own face, pale and wide-eyed, filled the screen. But this time, I didn't look away. I didn't grab the phone. I just watched. I forced myself to stare at my own reflection on that little screen. My heart was a drum against my ribs. I was looking for a flicker, a distortion, anything that could explain what was happening. And for a few seconds, there was nothing. Just me, in my bed, in my room. Then I saw it. It was so subtle I almost missed it. My eyes, in the reflection on the phone, were looking at me. But they weren't just looking at me. They were looking slightly past me, over my shoulder. A cold wave washed over my body, colder than anything I've ever felt. I kept my gaze locked on the phone screen, terrified to move, terrified to turn around. My reflection on the screen. It wasn't just my reflection. The camera wasn't filming me. My phone's camera was focused on something behind me. And slowly, in the grainy, low-light image on the screen, I could see the outline, a shape, a tall, slender silhouette standing in the darkness of my room, directly behind where I was sitting. It was perfectly still. I couldn't make out a face, just a dark, human-like form. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't scream. My entire body was frozen in sheer terror. I was staring at my phone, which was showing me an image of myself, and behind me, this thing. It was just standing there, watching me. The phone hadn't been opening the camera to look asterisk at asterisk me. It had been opening the camera to show me what was looking. I don't know how long I sat there, paralyzed, watching this impossible scene play out on my phone screen. It felt like an eternity. The figure never moved. It just stood there, a silent sentinel in the shadows of my own bedroom. The only thing that moved was my own reflection, my eyes wide with a terror I didn't know was possible. Finally, instinct took over. In one convulsive movement, I threw myself out of bed, grabbing the phone as I went. I didn't look back. I slammed my bedroom door shut, fumbled with the lock, and sprinted down the hallway, down the stairs, and out the front door into the cold night air. I didn't stop running until I was blocks away, standing under a street light, gasping for breath, clutching my phone in a white-knuckled grip. I'm at a 24-hour diner now. The sun is starting to come up. My phone is on the table in front of me, screen down. I haven't looked at it since. I haven't been back to my apartment. I don't know if I can ever go back. What was that thing? And why was it there? Why did it want me to see it? Every night at 3:17, it was showing me. It was letting me know I wasn't alone. I used to be scared of a glitch in my phone. Now I know the truth is so much worse. The problem isn't with my phone. The problem is what's standing in my room. And I have no idea what I'm going to do. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever experienced anything like this, let me know in the comments, and maybe subscribe for an update if I make it through another night.